What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again, and a couple-day break. Apologize about that. Had a few things going on. I have a birthday today. Not mine, but I want to get this out prior to celebration of it. Ben Eager, career video. Similar to Adam Bursch, he was a fourth liner on that 2010 Stanley Cup winning team, and now that I think about that, I forgot to write that down. Let me just write that real quick. All right, perfect. So, in 2002, Ben Eager is a first-round pick, 23rd overall. The fact that Ben Eager was taken higher than Duncan Keith in this draft is incredible to me. And he doesn't ever play a game with the Phoenix Coyotes at the Arizona Magnet up there because he's traded to Philadelphia with Sean Burke, who I can't believe is still playing at the time, Branko Radovich, I don't know how to say that, for Mike Comrie going to Phoenix. So he makes his debut as a first-round pick in 2002. He should have been making his debut in 02-03. Doesn't make his debut until 05-06, where he plays 25 games, has 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points, 18 penalty minutes. And in the playoffs, 2 games played, no goals, no assists, no points, 26 penalty minutes in 2 games. 2006-07, he plays 63 games, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points, 233 penalty minutes. And at this point, you could see what kind of player he is. Fourth liner, gets a lot of penalty minutes, exactly the Philly type. It's a really bad year for Philly. They bottomed out that year for worst in the league. And Eager was never a point guy. The highest amount of points he ever had was 16. And for a first-round pick, this truly was a baffling choice by Philadelphia. It definitely was, or not by Philadelphia, but by Phoenix. I still don't really know what they were going here. I mean, he put up good totals with the Oshawa Generals in the OHL, and he spent a ton of time in the AHL as well, but it seemed like the offense never got there with him. 2007-08, 23 games played, no goals, no assists, no points, 62 penalty minutes with Philadelphia before he's traded for 1-for-1 with Jim Vandermeer going to Philly. He goes to Chicago in 2007-08, plays 9 games, no goals, 2 assists, 2 points, 27 penalty minutes, around 89 penalty minutes that year. 2008-09, he plays his really first full season. 75 games played, 11 goals, 4 assists, 15 points. That's a career high in goals. 161 penalty minutes that year. He's part of the playoff run the Hawks go on that year to the Western Conference Finals. 17 games played, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points. That 1 goal came against Vancouver, I remember, in the second round. And that 61 penalty minutes in the playoffs is quite crazy, if you ask me. 2009-2010, big year. 60 games played, 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points. Career high in points for Eager that year. 120 penalty minutes, 18 games played in the playoffs. 1 goal, which was the game winner in Game 2 against the Philadelphia Flyers, ironically, in the final. 2 assists, 3 points, 20 penalty minutes, and he wins the Stanley Cup with the Chicago Blackhawks. And of course, the salary cap crunch after that Stanley Cup win, and 11 players from that Stanley Cup winning team are lost by the Blackhawks. He's part of the huge trade. I put it all down here because there was no room up there. Going to Atlanta at the time, Akim Aliu, Dustin Byfuglien was the big name, Ben Eager, and Brent Sopel. Sopel would end up in Montreal, Eager would end up in San Jose, Byfuglien would finish his career with that franchise, and Akim Aliu, well, there were some different issues there. With the Hawks, what they got, Joey Crabb, I don't remember him. Jeremy Morin, I do remember him, I want to do a career video on him. Marty Reisner, never heard of him. 2010 first-round pick, which became Kevin Hayes. And boy, do I hate Kevin Hayes for this. Kevin Hayes is one of my least favorite players in the league. If I ever make a list for my least favorite players in the league, Kevin Hayes is on there. What I don't know, what he was thinking. I don't know what his motives are at this point. He refuses to play for Chicago. Even more incredible at the time is that the Hawks are with his brother, Jimmy Hayes, as part of the franchise going into the next season. Or the season after that, I don't recall. But he refuses to sign with them, so he's forced to trade them. He goes to the Rangers, eventually once out of there. Goes to Winnipeg, once out of there. Goes to Philly, worth nothing at this point, and now is traded to St. Louis because I don't care. He pisses me off. But and then the 2010 second, which ended up becoming Justin Hall. Justin Hall was at one point a Blackhawk, which is pretty funny to me. Never played a game for the Hawks. And of course, he just signed that crazy deal with Detroit, and everyone in Toronto wanted him gone for years. 2010-11 with Atlanta, he plays 34 games, 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points, 77 penalty minutes. He doesn't go to the playoffs with Atlanta because Atlanta doesn't make the playoffs. But also, he's traded at the deadline that year for not at the deadline, but earlier in the year, for a 2011 fifth-round pick, Austin Broussard, never played in the NHL. And then he's traded to San Jose, and then 2010-11 with the Sharks, 34 games, same amounts he plays. That would be 68 games that year, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points with San Jose, so 17 points. So that's actually his career high year. I completely just missed that. 43 penalty minutes, so about 120 penalty minutes there. In the playoffs, 10 games, 1 goal, no assist, 1 point. San Jose goes on a run to the Western Conference Final, and they lose to Vancouver. He doesn't play every game, though. 41 penalty minutes in that playoff run. 2011-12, he signs with Edmonton, and he plays 63 games that first year, 8 goals, 5 assists, 13 points, 107 penalty minutes. 2012-13, 14 games played, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points, 25 penalty minutes. Oilers at this time, you're not making the playoffs. 2013-14, 7 games played to end off his career, no goals, 1 assist, 1 point, 2 penalty minutes. And he spends a lot of time in the AHL with I don't even know who the affiliate was, like Oklahoma City something I remember reading. I was like, I don't know who that is. And then he spends 2014-15 with a team in the KHL and the Chicago Wolves of the AHL. Totals in his career: 407 games played, 43 goals, 42 assists, 85 points, 875 penalty minutes during the regular season. In the games played in the playoffs, 47 goals, 3 assists, 3.6 penalty minutes, 148. So over 1,000 penalty minutes in his career if you combine regular season and playoffs. For only 407 games, wow, that's all I got to say there. Ben Eager, of course. Still not involved with the Blackhawks organization, but he has appeared on talk shows talking about them. Him and Burish were on the the show after Bedard, not sure what it was called, but on the Chicago NBC Sports Chicago broadcast, he was on the show with Pat Boyle, and him and Burish talked about Bedard and how good he was going to be for this franchise, as well as Oliver Moore, who would be drafted later on. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching here. Just another career video here. You can see one of the almost unfortunate trades the Hawks had to make down here by getting rid of Byfuglien and acquiring Kevin Hayes, which I might have to make if you want to see how angry I can get in a video, we can do 2010 not 2010 top 10 least favorite players maybe sometime. But that's another career video done. Another fourth liner from that 2010 team. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.